Live and local with coverage you can count on. This is WNEM TV5 News at 5.
This is an issue that has not gone away, continues to impact families in incredibly horrific ways, and will not go away for decades. And the people of Flint need help.
Several top Democrats from Michigan and all over the country laying out what's at stake for the city of Flint.
Millions of dollars in federal aid for the city now in limbo, and that has a lot of people very upset. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Frank Turner.
And I'm Meg McLeod. The federal aid package is part of the overall government spending bill. It needs to be passed by midnight on Friday, or we could see another government shutdown. That bill originally included more than $100 million for Flint and other cities facing drinking water problems. With the deadline quickly approaching, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell drafted a stopgap measure that would fund the government until Christmas.
But that measure does not include any money for Flint. Just a couple hours ago, Senate Democrats blocked the bill specifically for that reason. Today on Capitol Hill, Michigan Democratic leaders were joined by several colleagues in voicing their outrage.
The message to the people of Flint is loud and clear. You don't matter. That's what they hear. They hear that they don't matter. We're here to say they do.
Now, we know 12,000 kids in Flint have been exposed to lead-tainted water. They'll be dealing with harmful consequences for the rest of their lives. This is no joke. What are we supposed to be doing up here if it isn't to protect the most vulnerable people, our kids, for God's sakes?
Flint Mayor Karen Weaver has taken a handful of trips to Washington, D.C., advocating for her city to receive more as it tries to replace thousands of lead-tainted service lines.
TV5's Rachel McCrary caught up with her soon after she learned the news. She joins us live in Flint with the mayor's reaction. Rachel.
Thanks, Frank and Mag. Yeah, uncertainty seems to be looming over the city, all in light of a possible government shutdown and a measure that could leave the city high and dry and out of money. We caught up with Mayor Karen Weaver today at a water drive.
That is sad. That is sad, and it's disappointing, and it makes you angry, because those are really the battles we should be fighting.
Mayor Karen Weaver says she's not happy about the federal spending bill that must be approved by Friday in order to prevent a government shutdown. That's because a stopgap measure to avoid the shutdown doesn't leave money for Flint.
That makes no sense that Flint right now is not considered in any of this, and for us to be taken out. And I'm not begrudging any of the other cities or states what they deserve as far as Louisiana, but we've got a crisis here.
According to the measure prepared by Senator Mitch McConnell, relief was left for Louisiana, but not for Flint. The mayor was not the only person left feeling like Flint was discounted. Weaver attended a food and water drive here at Labor Local Union 1075, where business manager Joel Archibald says the need for safe water and nutritious food is still great.
Yes, 100%. I mean, we have a long ways to go. We're just starting. The lines are just starting to get replaced. A lot of people are still not using their water. They're drinking out of bottles every day. So you need a lot more help.
There's also a belief that Congress may take much of October off to campaign ahead of the November election, which could slow down progress here in Flint, which is leaving many residents uneasy.
There are people in Flint with needs. There are people in Flint that have just as much need and right to clean water as anyone else in the state of Michigan. I want to know what they think they're going to do other than lose their jobs when the elections come around.
The mayor says she hopes things will turn around and Flint can still get the funding it needs so badly.
That's why we're here today. We're still giving out water and lead mitigating foods, and for them to take us off the table is absolutely ridiculous. It makes no sense.
And Mayor Weaver also says she'll do everything she can to make sure that the city gets its funding and calls on state Republicans and Democrats to do the same as well. Right now, reporting in downtown Flint, Rachel McCrary, WNEM TV5.
Thank you, Rachel. And if you would like to tell Senator Mitch McConnell what you think, that's his Washington, D.C. number right there at the bottom of your screen, 202-224-2541. And if you didn't have time to jot that down right now, we'll also have that number posted with this story on WNEM.com. And as we get closer to that Friday deadline, stay with TV5 for continuing coverage of a possible government shutdown.